Always try to learn from other people's mistakes, not your own. It is much cheaper that way. I have a winning temperament. I know how to win. Be careful with whom you associate. Losers rub off. Winning is important, but survival is even more important. If you don't survive, you don't get to fight the next battle. There's always luck involved in things. Luck is involved in life. You're born a certain way. You're born in a certain location. You're born, country. There's always luck. And some people disagree that there's no such thing as luck. Well, I'll take them on any time you want. Sometimes, by losing a battle, you find a new way to win the war. Nothing is easy, but who wants nothing? Going through tough times is a wonderful thing, and everybody should try it once. It does not cost anything to dream. Spend your time enjoying your big dreams. Change your attitude and gain some altitude. Believe me, you'll love it up here. Part of being a winner is knowing when enough is enough. Sometimes you have to give up the fight and walk away and move on to something that's more productive. The most basic duty of government is to defend the lives of its own citizens. Any government that fails to do so is a government unworthy to lead. As long as we have faith in each other and trust in God, then there is no goal at all beyond our reach. There is no dream too large, no task too great. You know, I'm like a smart person. I love pitting people against each other. My whole life is based on that. It brings out the best in people and the worst in people. If the worst comes out, you don't want them working for you. Pay attention, people. There's no excuse for making the same mistakes that others have made. If you do, it's your own fault, and you should expect no sympathy, no compassion. America will no longer settle for anything less than the best. We must reclaim our destiny. What separates the winners from the losers is how a person reacts to each new twist of fate. Anyone who thinks my story is anywhere near over is sadly mistaken. When people make the mistake of underestimating me, that's when they are really in for their biggest surprise. You have to think anyway, so why not think big? Don't tell me it doesn't work. Torture works. Okay, folks? You know, it really doesn't matter what the media write, as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass. The worst things in history have happened when people stop thinking for themselves, especially when they allow themselves to be influenced by negative people. That's what gives rise to dictators. Avoid that at all costs. Stop it first on a personal level, and you will have contributed to world sanity as well as your own. Show me someone without an ego, and I'll show you a loser. I have never met a successful person that was a quitter. Successful people never, ever give up. I have lost weight because my events are so exciting. When I'm done, I don't want to eat. But I could see how it could go the other way for some people. That's only because their events are boring. My father gave me a very small loan in 1975, and I built it into a company that's worth many, many billions of dollars, with some of the greatest assets in the world. And I say that only because that's the kind of thinking that America needs. It's always good to be underestimated. There's always a reason for everything. I feel a lot of people listen to what I have to say. Work hard. Someone's always watching. You have to love what you're doing. I've never seen anyone succeed who didn't love what they were doing. I've dealt with politicians my entire life. You never make a bad deal with a politician. They're so easy. You cannot be successful without passion. If you don't love what you're doing, if you don't have passion for it, forget it. Do something else. You'll be much more successful and you'll lead a lot happier life. The best investments you ever make are investments in yourself and your education. Those investments always pay big dividends. Remember, if you don't promote yourself, then no one else will. Likewise, believe in yourself, or no one else will either. A change in leadership is required to produce a change in outcomes. In life, you have to rely on the past, and that's called history. Show me someone without an ego, and I'll show you a loser. Having a healthy ego or high opinion of yourself is a real positive in life. I try to learn from the past, but I plan for the future by focusing exclusively on the present. That's where the fun is. The only thing that's doing well in America is the stock market. If I lost everything and had to start again, I would find myself a great network marketing company and get to work. Your money should be at work at all times. Think big and always focus on the positive. I have great respect for women. Nobody has more respect for women than I do. History is written by the dreamers, not the doubters. You have to love what you do. Without passion, great success is hard to come by. An entrepreneur will have tough times if he or she isn't passionate about what they're doing. People who love what they're doing don't give up. It's never even a consideration. It's a pretty simple formula. It's very important that people aspire to be successful. The only way you can do it is if you look at somebody who is. Don't be afraid of being unique. It's like being afraid of your best self. We have the greatest people on earth, but they're depleted. I won't take no for an answer. You have to put the idea into action. If you don't have the motivation and the enthusiasm, your great idea will simply sit on top of your desk or inside your head and go nowhere. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.